Hello Libra, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect, and this is your reading for December 2019 Libra. Reading for male or female here. It's not particularly weighted in one direction. At a push, I would say it's probably a female, but you can switch your genders. It is a general reading. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you would like a personal reading, all my information is below. So, Libra, where shall I start? I'll take this card first, your main message. Miss Spiderweb, which is reconsider your alliances and make new connections. I feel this is the time in your life when you have finally freed yourself from an addiction or from feeling bound to someone that I think you may have waited for or hoped that a relationship would maybe get back on track. I actually think this person has made you feel very imbalanced, has made you sort of beg for their attention and their love, and I really do feel that you're getting to a place where you're feeling free from that. I mean, you'll see as it progresses, it's a fairly tidy wee story as we go through the spread itself. So yeah, considering making new alliances, making new connections, and with the fairy guide card, blank page, a brand new start. You haven't written anything on it yet, but it's a case of, you know, what you currently have is not what you want. So your energy for the month, this feels like a sort of natural progression. I've got the Bobcat spirit, which is life is a mystery. This is sort of suggesting that you've been attempting to use maybe just logic or rationale in a situation where it actually won't give you the answers that you need. You're having to sort of read between the lines, you know, look at the subtleties of the situation, observe what's hidden, and trust even that when what is revealed to you doesn't agree with your need for intellectual certainty. Basically, it is blurry, and it's a case of having to be okay with that. We can't always get the logical, rational answers that we would like, and oftentimes the need for that can drive you crazy. I think that's where you're sort of moving on from, with a time to heal, my snake spirit in reverse here. So this is about shedding the past. It's about forgiving yourself and others or others. You may have been weak, but now I think you feel that you're becoming stronger through this process, through this experience. And this is it's almost a wee bit like the wounded healer here, you know, like Chiron. It's you know, the experience that you've encountered by sharing it with others might be of use to them. So it's often the person who has been most wounded by the experience who has the greatest ability to heal others just by sharing their experience. So and then finally, as I say, it does feel like a sort of natural progression, these cards. I really do love it. With the Lion spirit, which is be generous of spirit. This is about having a really healthy ego. It's the gift of pride, a healthy sense of self-worth, and it's been really secure in your own wisdom, and generally being very proud of yourself, grateful maybe for the experience or just what you have in your life, but being humble with it. And I sort of feel, as I say, that's a sort of flow where you may be through December. You might not be fully there yet, but I think there's generally an acceptance that you're not going to get all the answers that you would like, and you're having to accept that even if you were to get the answers, it would still be a little bit of a mystery, and that's okay. But yeah, I really do like that. And coming back to my making new alliances and having a brand new start with the blank page. So the core of the matter, your significator, you've got so many major arcana in this first spread, at my Rider-Waite spread. I've got five out of my first 10. I mean, really, maybe a really major month for you, Libra. Some real major realizations. We've got the Devil in reverse, the World, the Moon, Temperance. Where's the other one? The Lovers, the Hierophant, blimey, yeah, 6. I mean, major. So the Devil in reverse is about getting rid of addictions, freeing yourself from something that's maybe made you feel bound. You may have addictions. Obviously, this can be a completely flipped spread. It is a general reading. With the Four of Swords here being in reverse, I think you've been possibly rejected or sort of banished in the past. I think this was someone who was very manipulative that you were dealing with, and this is almost one of their tactics, not giving you closure, not giving you answers, making you sort of beg for their attention and love, as I say. And this has left you stuck. It's very much a manipulation tactic if someone does this to you. So, you know, please be aware of that. I have confirmed it with being all tied up, and all tied up with the Eight of Wands in reverse. The all tied up is about being bound to something that's ultimately unhealthy for you, not feeling able to free yourself from something that is dark, that is unhealthy, that is an addiction. You may have developed an addiction to this person, which can happen if you are being denied their attention. It makes you, you know, sort of go the other way, become a little bit desperate. I think you maybe have sent maybe a number of messages to this person or tried to reach out to them on numerous occasions and really not getting the response that you would have liked. It's also about, with the Four of Swords in reverse, it's a situation that's dragged on forever. This is taking an awful long time, I think, for you to get to this stage where you can flip that devil back in reverse, but it does suggest it was absolutely there. It can be, because it is my Witch's Tarot deck, spells that have stalled, you know. It can be with the Eight of Wands in reverse, cancelled travel, cancelled flights, a lack of long distance communication, waiting on communication. Everything about this spread suggests that you have been desirous of communication from someone, and the fact that you haven't got it has made you feel really stuck, probably very low, with the devil in reverse. Yeah. And what is the obstacle, the block, is the world actually wrapping up this cycle, picking up the threads of the lessons that you're supposed to have learned, and coming to a successful conclusion of it. That is your obstacle and your challenge for this month, because who you've been dealing with here, and I think this is the perpetrator, is the King of Wands and the Seven of Swords. And the archetype for my King of Wands is God. Yeah, so this is very masculine energy. I really just feel that it's a case of your block is to finally unequivocally wrap up this nonsense, because this King of Wands has been deceptive here, with the Seven of Swords. With the archetype of the god, this is it's masculine dominance. It's a real dictator. It's someone who would use physical attractiveness to get what they want without returning the love. And with the Seven of Swords, this is just someone who takes what they want, and they take it deceptively. They'll take it through, with this combination, sexual charm, being very lusty. This really could have been someone who has you've had a one-night stand with, or who have a very short-term relationship where they maybe were a bit of a someone who promised, or yeah, a future faker, really, you know, someone who maybe made out they were, you know, completely enthralled by you, a bit love bomby, and then maybe ghosted you completely and left you waiting for this communication for a very long time. I do feel this has been a long time, especially this Four of Swords in reverse. I mean, the Four of Swords in reverse, it's also about maybe eventually coming out of a period of healing, coming back of my time to heal. That it's almost that's past. I don't know how long that's taken for you, Libra. But yeah, it is that sort of, it's all sort of coming to a culmination. I think you may be seeing things a little bit clearer. When I say clearer, I still don't think you have the full picture, Libra. And I think with my Bobcat Spirit here, it's saying that you don't need it. And that in itself is something that means that you have given up your power to someone. The fact that that you need closure, you need to understand what went wrong, why they did what they did. It disempowers you. And it is something that someone who is manipulative and sly and cunning and will absolutely use to their advantage. So that's really something you need to work on, is to embody this bobcat spirit and just accept that maybe parts of it you're never going to understand. And really, why would you want to? You know, if someone has behaved in this manner, it's not really something that you would want to maybe delve into too much, because really, what is there to learn from it? It's behavior you would probably never engage in. So yeah, I really do, I do really hope that with this devil in reverse that you're finding some, you know, composure and conclusion to this story. I did get I Saw the Sun. I don't know that song. I didn't listen, I didn't hear any other lyrics in my head. I just heard I Saw the Sun. So that's where I feel there's a wee bit of clarity around about this situation. You're maybe seeing this person for who they were, and for how they manipulate you, basically. And in the past, I do have Temperance, really lovely card. Could have been dealing with a Sagittarius, but it just suggests moderation, that you maybe you're quite a peaceful, balanced person, or certainly that's what you've tried to seek. I don't think you've lost your shit over this, Libra. I just think it's made you feel just stuck, very, very stuck to something ultimately very negative. The base of the matter. So this is your subconscious, or maybe that which you don't know. And we have the Page of Wands again. So again, I just feel this is waiting on communication, whether you you know, accept that that's what was happening or not. With my Queen of Cups and my Beggar. So my Queen of Cups is very loving. She's very receptive, you know, to love. She's quite an emotional, nurturing person. And she's been made to feel like a beggar here. She's been made to feel needy because she's been very desperate almost for, again, this attention. And that's at the very base of it, that I think this person, by, you know, not communicating with you, not giving you clarity, maybe not giving you closure, maybe certainly having manipulated you and made you feel stuck, has diminished you somewhat. You may have been very kind, very nurturing to this person. And I think they've taken advantage of that. And the crowning card. So this is the best you can hope to achieve this month, or what's the foremost of your mind. The Page of Wands, two Page of Wands. So two cards of communication. This is normally good news, but in this card, this can be like, I sort of see someone getting a bit of a shock here. And I think the shock is that you may be able to either energetically or in the physical relay a message to this person that you've run out of patience. You could be dealing with a Taurus here with the Hierophant card. But I just feel that I think you're of the opinion that things haven't been dealt with properly here. That you're no longer interested in a commitment from this person. As I say, again, I'm coming back. It's just the same story all the way through, Libra. You've waited a very long time for this, hoping to get the response that you would wanted from this person, the communication, and it's just not happened, and you've just run out of patience with it. You're sort of calling time on it and managing to free yourself. In the imminent future, I do have the Moon with the Chariot in reverse. So there's I think there's fear here in the main is what I'm getting this with the Chariot in reverse. This is like a lack of self-confidence, things not moving forward, there's been no success here. I did get with this Tainted Love and Pack Up My Things and Go. And I've got it with my Woman Holding a Heart in reverse. So in reverse, this has been kind of emotionally overwhelmed by the whole thing. This is when your love life is literally turned upside down. You could have been made to feel jealous or been manipulated again. Or, you know, if you're a masculine watching this, this could have been a female that you're dealing with. Someone who is quite manipulative. Very subtly so. Very subtly so, I would say. But I think there's just, even still, there's a fear here that there's not going to be any progress in this. There's not going to be any resolution. You may be at a distance from this person and you're just not coming together. And the very thought of that is really rocking you emotionally, leaving you quite imbalanced. But at the base of the deck arms, you know, again, I'm sort of seeing some sort of clarity with the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Hangman. This is sort of suggesting that there's no more illusions, there's no more confusion. You've sort of had your maybe time out, you've had a long time to think about this, and you're as clear as you can be. As I say, I really don't think you're going to get complete clarity in this situation. I think that's what you need to be able to reconcile yourself with. There's no happiness here. There's no wish fulfillment. There's no joy at this ending, and possibly, well, I mean, I really do feel there has been a betrayal here. Certainly a betrayal in trust, if nothing else. And where you'll find yourself is the Two of Cups upright with the Three of Wands in reverse. I just don't think you see any future here anymore. The Three of Wands in reverse is about not waiting anymore. It can be about having unrealistic expectations of what this relationship actually constituted. Pack up my things and go. Yeah, I just feel that you're no longer waiting on it. You're freeing yourself from it. You don't see a future here anymore. But in terms of how you're being viewed as the Lovers with the Six of Cups. You're still someone who's maybe holding on to someone from the past, possibly a Gemini with the Lovers, feeling very nostalgic about either a love relationship or a friendship. So that's certainly still how you're being viewed. It's not how you're coming across, Libra. I will say that you don't seem to be waiting for this, even though you're still very much turned upside down about it. I just feel that as we go through this month or this time period, it can drift out quite substantially. You are going to come to a point where you do feel healed and you're back into your own power. You'll see where I'm going with that in a second. In your hopes, you're actually hoping not to hear from this person anymore. I don't think. I've got the Eight of Wands yet again, a repeater here in reverse. You're hoping it's done, because you don't expect to get any clarity or truth from this person with the Ace of Swords in reverse. This is illusion. It can be lies. It's no communication. Both cards of no communication. It can be with someone who's pretty cruel and unjust. And with the Five of Swords here in reverse, this is humiliation, but it's also carrying a grudge and having a conflict with a dominating person. Yeah, it's just like that. I had this recently with my other air signs. I've still got Gemini to do. Who was the other one? I said done. Was it Aquarius? Sorry. Is that my dog? No. Yeah, sorry, there has been a reading that's gone up very recently, and this is sort of picking up on that. It's just that I think you just don't want to hear from them anymore. You don't expect the truth. You don't expect clarity. You're utterly pissed off with how they've handled the situation. But in your fears, we have pretty much fear itself. Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Nine of Swords also in reverse. So you are fearful of what this means to you, Libra. This is a bit of a fear of going it alone, of maybe being alone. You might have some money worries. If you were connected to this person financially, you know, you may now be looking to support yourself and you're having some severe doubts as to whether you're able to do that. So there's a lot of fear and anxiety here. There's kind of like, within this Nine of Swords in reverse, it's almost like a dreadful fear of the future, what this will mean to you. All very natural responses, Libra, but, you know, identifying them, looking at where your blind spots will be, will maybe help you address this. I did get always wanting more, and he'd leave you longing. Black velvet on that. So yeah, you do have some fears. I sort of feel you're already on your own. Maybe you're not enjoying being single or away from this person, and you're just worried that it will not come together. But at the same time, you don't want to hear from them with the Eight of Wands in reverse, because that is in your hopes. Now, in your outcome, let's tidy up a little bit. This is honestly awesome. I really got tingles on this. I've got the Queen of Swords, your own energy, and the High Priestess. This is really just coming back to yourself, your core. And with this combination, this has been really clear, very objective. And the High Priestess is a real inner knowing here. I don't think that with the High Priestess, it can be about secrets. I think you may be doing some, you know, whatever this realization and clarity you're getting, I don't think it's something you're sharing with the High Priestess. She keeps herself to herself. She does know the score, but she doesn't share her information. But with this combination, it's just the your intuition is going to be absolutely on point with the High Priestess. The Queen of Swords is well, possibly next to the Queen of Cups, so is a wee bit washier. The Queen of Swords is just really clear in her thinking. She won't take any nonsense, and I just feel this is you moving back into your power, where you've maybe given it up, you know, diminished yourself, been manipulated, and now it's no more. You are getting, again, some clarity, but I still don't think you're going to get it all, especially not in the 3D, but you may be getting it, you know, psychically. I think you're clear, at least in that realm. And with the Archangel Gabriel, this is about self-expression, with a combination of Healer of the Ages, profound healing, and strategy in reverse. I think what's being communicated here is that you're not playing any more games. You're not going to deal with anyone who has an ulterior motives for wanting to be with you. You're not going to be manipulated ever again, and that is going to bring you into a sense of profound healing. Being able to state your case clearly and concisely and getting it out there. Okay, it's a super reading. Libra, yes, Libra, it really is. If you're not there yet, you're going to get there. So please, Spirit, can I have an advice card for Libra? Two more. Libra for December 2019, advice card for Libra. December 2019, advice card for Libra. Libra. Okay. Trust and thrive with my Stag Spirit. Stag Spirit's about taking the lead in a situation. Tag. Thank you. Lots of green in this. This is healing energy. Healer of the Ages being your last card. So come alive and thrive. Stand in your light and glory with grace and majesty. You have an opportunity to thrive. Trust in all that you have to offer, all your gifts, strength and power, and make the most of it. You were born to lead, and this can only become reality when you're willing to put yourself in that position. Stag energy allows you to feel safe because the antlers keep away anything that could interfere with your intelligence and presence, and their strength gives you the power to be agile in your thinking. You are being encouraged to retain your dignity and be proud of who you are and all that you have accomplished. This in turn will give you even more power to thrive onwards and upwards. It is a brilliant reading. It really is a brilliant reading. I love it. So I hope you have a super December. Please drop me a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you would like a personal and some more clarity on your situation, my readings are £35 for a full reading, up to 1 hour. Just PayPal the monies over with your story or your questions, and I'll get it to you usually within 2 or 3 days. Okay, Libra, enjoy December, enjoy the festivities if that's your thing, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.